I will say this. I'm glad that we did this. I think all of these agencies / designers are incredibly talented. And I think part of the nature of like being a UX designer is getting inspired by other designers and other agencies, but also like taking a step back and saying like, if I was in their shoes, what would I do differently? And I'm sure if we had them on to kind of talk about their designs, there's stuff that we're absolutely missing for, you know, who their audience is, why they made certain design decisions. But I thought this was fun though. I'm glad that we did this, and maybe we'll do more. If you want your website or portfolio, reviewed by us, shoot us an email or follow us on Instagram and DM us, and we'll take a look, and then we can talk about it in a future. We'll call these sessions design reviews. But yeah, this was great. Any closing thoughts, Mustafa?
Yeah, now one thing I've been noticing trend-wise is I've seen a lot of pastel colors seem to be the thing that's becoming quite trendy at the moment. And especially on Instagram, I'm seeing a lot of, the UX advice stories, a lot of people doing pastel type things. And I'm kind of getting sick of it because everyone's doing it. It's nice when one person does it and you can appreciate, but when that's the challenge with some of these styles is everyone follows. But these 3 sites that we looked at were completely different and unique, and that's what I liked about all 3 of them. I'm in the process of redesigning my website. I mean, I've been saying that since 2015.
But this is the year.
It's like, a writer saying, I'm writing a novel, and how much have you written? I've written the title. So yeah, no, I mean, I should look at Awwwards because the logo I've got, and I'm like, yeah, I really like the logo. But then it's like, I made the mistake of designing the logo first without thinking about where it's going to be placed, and now I'm struggling to place it in the site because it's basically a diamond shape. It's like if you go to my Instagram, you'll see, and that doesn't fit on the web and doesn't work, especially on mobile. So what do you do? So yeah, I think what I might do is, once I've got it designed, is get you to review it and then cry, as you say.
Well, I think the number one thing because I've reviewed portfolios for friends before, and my website, I use a Squarespace site because my thing is literally just like, I'm not putting any time and effort into it. It's basically a link bank. Like that's my purpose of having a website is so that it shows up top of like search results, so people can find all of my other links to social, YouTube, LinkedIn, etc. Like that's my goal. So I feel my site does its goal. It's fast. I made sure that the performance was good, but intent is really important. So a lot of designers, their websites are their portfolios. I've chosen not to do that for a lot of reasons, but
so my website was a blog first and portfolio and a dumping ground of drawing and stuff. And I think one of the challenges, like, cutting down that stuff and focusing on what it is. But some of the articles I had have been really high ranked. So I wrote a history of branding like in 2012, and that's been cited by 5 books because it's like pretty comprehensive.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, the order of like what happened in history from the 1800s through to like the early 2000s.
Send me that. I'd love to read that. It sounds cool.
It's been. No, it's. I mean, maybe I'll do. We'll do an episode of the history of branding. But yes, I mean, because that article's been heavily cited, I have a almost a responsibility to make sure that the site stays like those links and stuff stay up. So I mean, it was a WordPress blog which I'm just transitioning to something called Hugo. So I've picked a tech stack I have no idea how to use. so that's basically what I'm fighting with. But yeah, no, I mean, coming soon.
No, I love it.
In 10 years.
All right, well. Listen, thanks everyone for listening to this episode. Thanks for watching on YouTube. If you haven't done yet, please go check out the Design Huddle podcast. We have a video version of this if you're listening wherever you listen to podcasts. So jump over to YouTube, drop a comment, tell us you subscribed. We really appreciate it. We're a young brand, so we're just trying to grow our audience and reach more people so we can, help educate and also just learn from other awesome creative professionals out there. So thank you again, and we will catch you on the next episode of Design Huddle.